Oh, I should have put this underneath. Totally forgot about that, Charlie. Dang, my iPad's dead. Oh, terrible. Well, I guess I can't use it anymore. Oh, no. Hey! Oh, let me fix this. Hi, guys. What's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Actually, let me fix this really quick. Let's fix the lighting a little. Hold on, everybody. Oh, shit. Did I just really screw that up? No. Hold on, y'all. 2 seconds. Ah, fuck. Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. We are here. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped, and turned on. I'm your host, Leticia Yofo. If you guys have not already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and click the bell right next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. So today, happy Leo season. If you guys are new here, what I do at the bottom of the video is I do timestamps. I will let you know what we are getting into for today's video. That way you guys can skip through. Timestamps are always in the description box unless somebody posts them in the comments. So for the most part, I'm pretty good about doing that. Also, you guys can find me at vixenafterdark.com, where if you want anything personalized, any spiritual guidance sessions, FaceTime, Zoom calls, or actual voice clips, readings, PDFs, all the things that you need right at your fingertips will be on that website. And I record myself doing them. That way you guys are well aware of that as well. But today we're going to talk about the sun being in Leo. I'm going to give you guys, we're going to learn Leos a little bit if you guys are unaware of Leo energy, okay? What else are we going to be discussing today? So as far as that goes, so tidbits about learning about Leo. Pull this over here. Ooh, we have a fat fire stellium. Also do the collective energy as far as negative and positive, what to look out for as far as self, love and relationships, money and career. You guys know I always dabble that into the collective. Also, hopefully you know your rising sign, okay? So if you know your rising sign, I'll also give you as far as, let's see, what's Leo all about? Leo is about expressing yourself, being under the sun. So yeah, I'll give you some positive and negative as far as what to keep going with as far as your creational stance, and also what you need to be expressing yourself depending on the house that it's playing out for you. And your Leo house should have been, whatever house you have Leo in, should have been rocking for you already, because we've been having this fat fire stellium that's been playing out for a while now. But now that we have the sun there, so it's all about self and creating and, you know, having yourself shine. So I'm gonna talk about the rising signs, and then I'll also talk about, what else? Oh yeah, the houses, because sometimes you may have Leo in 2 houses. So I'll talk about having the sun, or having the sign of Leo in there as well, like your focus, or, you know, where you should be expressing specifically. Just in case you have multiple houses. And then I'll do an actual Leo spread. Ooh, should I do the chocolate spread? Yeah, so we'll do a Leo spread. I'll do the Lenormand. I'll do a financial forecast. What else? Oh, we could do love too. Let me put that in the, let me put it in the notes. Oh yeah, some cool crystal cards. I like reading the crystal cards when it comes to excuse me, solar returns. And then I'll do a collective spread after, We'll do the energy, and we'll also do the Tarotstrology. So that's what you can look out for, especially if you're not watching this live. Can my seat go up? No. Especially if you're not watching this live, you guys can definitely skip through to whatever part. So after I'm live, it'll be timestamp. So let's go ahead without further ado. Let's go ahead and kind of get into it. So with the sun being in Leo, it's the lion, right? It's the king of the beast, honey. Okay, king of the beast. We all know Leo's a fixed fire energy, right? I'm pulling up the charts right now, guys, because I want to see what we got playing out. Yeah, so it's a fixed fire energy. So, oh yeah, so sun in Leo. So sun in Leo, happy solar return, first of all, to all my Leos out there. I have a couple of friends that are Leos, so you guys are always usually make a huge impact in my life. These are go-getters. I'm going to talk about all that in a minute, but we're going to learn about Leo in a minute. So happy solar return to all my Leos. Hold on, pull up the chats. So we all know Leo is at home because it's ruled by the luminary of the sun. Okay, so you know, whenever a zodiac is at home in its space, we all know they may get a little lazy, or what I like to call it is kind of get a little bit too comfortable. So we'll talk about that anytime a zodiac is at with its ruler. And we also know that Leo does rule the 5th house of creation, our desires, our romantic partnerships. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I kind of want you guys, what's today? What time is it? Okay, so today it's the 24th. So Leo season actually started yesterday, which is the 23rd, which is the same day Chiron went retrograde, and then the day before that Venus went retrograde. So check out those videos as well, guys. So you might want to stay tuned into that. Okay. All right, so we've got the chats. Agree. Here we go. So yeah, we have Leo, Sun in Leo, Mercury in Leo. We also have Venus in Leo. All right. Why am I showing? Oh yeah, and we all know Lilith's in Leo too. Damn, that's 4 planets in Leo, guys. It's crazy. So let me just break down all the fire signs. Since someone's having their solar return right now, you might even be a cusper. So just to get you the difference between Aries, Leo, and Sag. So I kind of like to break it down like this. So we all know Aries is the cardinal energy, right? So think of Aries energy as the person that gets the things started. They are the initiators. They are the people that build things from the ground up. They're the starters. So let's say, for example, I'll give you a visual in a second. So since we know Leo, we're going to be in this fixed energy, right? With all these planets, it's fixed energy. So Leo energies, they like to keep everything going for the most part, if you will. They don't stop. Nothing won't stop. So this is hence why these are creators, entrepreneurs. They like center stage attention, take action. We all know those things, right? And then we have Sag, which is more of the mutable energy. So they keep, these are our teachers, they are explorers, are travelers, they're very adventurous. These are the wild cards since they are the mutable energy. So they're like a whole lituation is what I like to call them. So they keep the party alive. So let's look at it like this as a visual. Let's say you were invited to a bonfire. The idea of even having a bonfire and getting all the logs and the marshmallows and the cookies and the crackers and the lighters and everything and the drink for the actual bonfire, that would be Aries energy. Aries is going to pass the baton to Leo. This is why Aries and Leo connections or relationships actually work really well together. So Aries is going to tell Leo, I have all these things right. Let's do a bonfire. I got it. Let's go. So Leo's actually going to take the lighter, light the fire, put the meat on the grill, pop open all the bottles, you know what I'm saying? Put out all the blankets and, whatever have you for the actual bonfire party to begin. And then here comes Sag rolling in, and Sag is what's going to keep that party going. You probably been on a bonfire all the way up until 1, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so just to give you a little visual on the fire signs and how it's playing out. So if you can imagine, for all of us, we're going to be the Leos of it all, right? We're going to get it lit. Okay, so I would say as far as Leo energy, it's really impossible to overlook a Leo. It's really impossible to kind of ignore Leo energy. You will know when they walk in the room. They have a certain presence, or I would say a certain je ne sais quoi about them. They could have a very dramatic personality, but also too, they can make a very huge impact in your life, okay, depending on what they got going on, especially if it's a higher octave Leo, right? So they can be very commanding. They have this authoritative presence about them when they come in. They're very playful. They're pretty much always mostly in a good mood for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Leo's the loyal Leo. Damn, I like that. Loyal Leo. um, these are the Leos normally are the ones that are dressed to the nines. They have a very good outlook on their avatar as far as their jewelry, gold, the way that they dress, like everything matches from head to toe. Um, you know, it's like it could be very expensive what they're wearing, or it could just be very elegant. That's just kind of like, if you'll notice, like, it's, I don't know, you'll kind of notice a Leo. They're very charming too, very charming. They're like very smooth, very charming. Um, and some of them, if you get to know them, this is when you'll see like their childlike behavior. Once they kind of like know you and they're around you and they feel comfortable around you, you could see like their childlike behavior in a sense, hence why they're ruled by the sun, right? But if you don't get to really know them, they can appear as very bossy or have this domineering kind of presence. Like I said, when they walk in the room, kind of a vibe, which is not a bad thing. It's because they have like, some of them don't really realize this, and some do. They have like an enormous amount of pride that they carry, within their personality type as they're strutting their stuff. Okay, so it's like you'll bow down to a Leo without even knowing. And I can mean that in like the most simplest way. You can go wherever you want with that one. So what else? Oh yeah, it's really hard to change their mind. It's really hard to change a Leo's mind because they think in a straight line. So you really have to present certain things to them as far as them changing. Like they have to make it make sense on why they're doing it for the most part, but sometimes then they can miss the details of things. So they don't show anything less than confidence. Like Leo energy is very confident. So when they know themselves, these are the people that have like very strong beliefs in the things that they say, things that they do, all of that. Okay, so for the most part, amazing things can happen when you know a Leo that knows themselves. Okay, they will really be, that's why they could be like trendsetters or just get things going for themselves. That's why, hence, many of them become entrepreneurs or a very high stature at whatever, job that they have for themselves for the most part. I feel like if they're in a lower octave as a Leo in life, like they ain't got nothing really going on, it'll take them a long time to kind of get it together or recover from whatever it is that they're in. Sometimes Leos can get taken advantage of too. Like I said, loyal Leo, like Leos want to see you win. They really do. They're not here to make you feel lesser than, for the most part. Like they want you to like get the bag and learn, and they want you to like better yourself. So they're very giving and loving in that aspect. But they can get taken advantage of because they also, what they do is they assume that everyone has the same high standards of integrity and loyalty as them. And 9 times out of 10, they find out that they don't. Okay. They just if they surround themselves with the right team of people, that's why I said they'll turn out good. They'll turn out real good. They'll be living a real good life. You know what I'm saying? To help put whatever gifts, talents, skill sets they have, front, center stage at the forefront, and get the mic and the lights, So if you have a Leo in your life, you probably know Leo, it likes to get things lit. You know what I'm saying? They are the life of the party. And whatever it is that they bring the party. They bring the part, like, it's like, I don't know what it is about them, but they do that. That's just their energy. Like, you be like, where's the Leo at? Where they at? They coming through? You know what I mean? And when they come through, you know they're there. So they bring the sunshine, hence why they're ruled by the sun. They bring the sunshine, the happiness, the warmth, they just want everybody to feel good. You know what I'm saying? It's like a feel good energy. They just bring light into everyone's lives, which is really good. So they're also very creative. You know, their weakness is that, you know, the weakness for them would be they always want to appear as if everything is good. They always want to just look good, even though I feel like even if they're not in a good space, this is when they could be very vulnerable for false praise to come towards them. So here comes pride, ego, arrogance, you know, all the negative things of a Leo that could happen, fire sign in general. They could be like snobs, or their shadow side is, you know, exploiting anyone else that has a weakness so that they can feel better. So this looks like someone talking shit about the next person when knowing damn well they're not even in a grand position to be talking about them, as if they shit don't stink. And so that's like their shadow side. So you know you dealing with Leo. It's like maybe in the lower octave of that aspect. But on the flip side, Leos, they love shopping. You know, they are big spenders, baby. They will spend some money. You know, they love to live above their means sometimes, but you know, some actually have a good balance with their money and stuff like that. Like they make sure they got their bills paid, their dues, responsibilities, and obligations are taken care of, and then they'll go on that grand trip. Okay, but on the same token of that, it's because Leos know how to get the bag. Like they think outside of the box as far as like they'll make something out of nothing. Like they're always trying to, like I said, always trying to get things lit. Even if they're broke, like they'll help somebody else out. They'll be so generous to like make sure you get up on your feet and help out, only if they have like a couple dollars in them, you know? They're really good about that. Oh, excuse me. They love good food and wine and the arts and anything where someone, like if you're passionate about a gift, talent, or skill, they'll give you praise. They'll share your shit. Like they'll really get you going in that aspect. On the flip side, do not put them down and do not laugh at them for the things that they do, honey, because you will be shown the other side of the Leo. And they're a person that they will hold receipts, or they'll do something behind your back that you won't even know of. That'll be a receipt for them. Insurance, I would like to call it. They like to keep or create insurance policies. For real, for real. But like I said, this Leos are our entertainers, entrepreneurs, our dancers, our singers, you know, producers, fashion models, fashion designers. I could go on and on. Lawyers, teachers, managers, and so on. Okay. Don't forget, we do have that Fat Fire stellium playing out, and as you watch my channel, you'll start to notice, you know, with all the planets that are in Leo, like I did a Mercury video. Venus is retrograding right now. I did that video, so go ahead and watch that. And Lilith is there too. So I'm not going to go into that much because I did separate videos for that. So let's talk about collective energy. What are we all going to be feeling right now? We should have all been hit. Wherever house you have Leo right now, it's just been on fire, baby, okay? Woo! I can say drama, 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 or I can say create, 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 or it just all depends on where you're at in life right now. So let's check about the positive energy as far as what we're all going to be facing, as far as self and the heart. You know, when Leo is in the sun sign, it's at home. This will give us the confidence. This will give us the charisma. You know, it's like a charismatic kind of a feel-free energy. You know what I mean? Your self-esteem and your self-expression could be going through the roof. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like all of us are low-key getting a major boost now that the sun is there too, because it's a luminary, so it's illuminating whatever's happening right now. You know, there could be exposure, exposing energies playing out right now, depending on what house. I'm talking about the houses in a minute. That way it'll make more sense. But, you know, it's like you're going to be standing out in a crowd right now, whether you like it or not. It's some form of fashion in any aspect that's playing out in your life, but the sun is having the sun now in Leo energy, okay? Some people will be feeling themselves, you know. A lot of people, I can say attention, 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 you know. I'm pretty sure you might have some old people coming back as if nothing ever happened, wanting attention from you. And it's like, wait, do they just realize, we haven't talked in a long time, or the last time I hit them up, they never responded and they're hitting me up now? And they want me to like be there for them in some form or fashion? Okay. So you can kind of see this is where, because the sun is in Leo right now. So people are going to be coming out of the woodwork like roaches from the corner with the light coming out, and they scatter when the lights come on pretty much. And this is where they're scattering to the people, going towards people, places, and things that where they feel like they can be somebody. So you got to kind of, there's always a double-edged sword to that when that happens. But just know that when the sun is in Leo, you have to make sure that ain't nobody can dim your light during this time, okay? Because the negative energy, as far as the self and where you're at, you have to watch out for the pride and ego side of it, right? So you got to watch out for people wanting attention from the wrong people and wrong places, okay? That's on 10-11. So Leo energy can make some people feel very self-centered, very cocky, very arrogant, especially if they haven't done any shadow work, right? So they might become very dramatic. Remember, Lilith is also in Leo too, and that adds that dark feminine energy as far as the drama aspect. Attention seeking at an all-time high, especially with when we're speaking, because the planet of communication, Mercury, is in there. So wanting to talk over people, not actually listening to them. So you have to recognize that. And then Venus retrograding right now too is love, relationships, and money. So that's a whole lot going on, right? So you gotta really think. People are gonna be getting attention in all areas of life, whether this is your job, family members, friends, kids, lovers, you name it. Old people coming back, like I said earlier. So you got to pay attention, because sometimes it's not cute, when some people can come back into your life thinking that they can, whatever happens, swept under the rug, it's gone. And so, oh yeah, I let time pass a little bit, let me see if I can go tap into their energy again, you know what I mean? So you have to be careful of that, especially when it comes to relationships. Since Venus is retrograding right now, you have to utilize your discernment for each relationship. I did a video on that, so just watch that if you want to go deeper in that. So just kind of check yourself before you wreck yourself, kind of an energy right now, depending on where you have Leo at playing out, because there's a lot going on. As far as 11 relationships, I can talk a little bit about that. So you can bring the passion, you can bring in, the love, the romance, the charm, that seducer kind of an energy to any connections that you have right now. Like if you have someone dear to you that you love and that they show support, it's one hand washes the other kind of vibe. Like hold on to those people. If you have people that are kind of wishy-washy in your life, you might got to check some people off the list. You know what I'm saying? You might even have certain personality traits or characters that may die off out of your movie too, that you might have to just disseminate and let go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's for either self or somebody around you. Either they staying or they going right now, and that's going to shine the light on that right now as well. Do you need these people in your life, or do you don't, or do you not? You know what I'm saying? Are you wasting your time and energy? That's for you to decide, really. I can't really tell you how to live your life. You know what I'm saying? So this can feel like the energy of like King and Queen of Hearts, if you play your cards right? It can feel real good, real yummy, deepening those connections that you have right now, romanticizing all of it, or being romantical is what I like to call it. So some people are just going to crave love. They might crave affection, attention right now. Like I said, make sure you get it from the right people, because depending on where it's playing out in your houses, you might gain attention. You might have a desire. Let's say if you want to have sex or something, you might just go for a one-night stand, and then that whole one-night stand can ruin things down the line. So be careful of what you're tapping into and set your intentions with what you're doing, and try not to fall in the trap of that desire or that thought that's just going to go away. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to be, there's no longevity there. So you got to kind of be careful. If you crave the love and you don't have it right now, right? And that's getting attention from the wrong people. But if you do have someone, you can really shower your partner with gifts, with acts of love. You can be like, honey, I made something for you. Like, here you go. You know what I mean? Show your love and appreciation, give them attention. That's going to be the golden sector right there if you are in a relationship, or some of you guys might want to start dating again. You might open up your heart chakra. The sun does rule the heart. Okay, Leo, heart energy. So either you got a blocked heart chakra, or you know what I'm saying, or your heart chakra could be too open. Remember, there's a double-edged sword. Or you're like balanced with it. You know what I mean? Like You might be a person that's like out there being, you know, hot girl summer or hot boy summer, or you might be someone that's kind of reeling it in, waiting for the right one and taking your time with dating people and getting to know them. You have your boundaries set and yada yada. And then some of you might not just, you might just be like, man, forget love. You know what I mean? So that means you blocked, right? Your heart chakra's blocked. So you got to work on that. But for the most part, you know, a lot of drama because that Lilith energy, honey baby, and Venus retrograding too. Lilith is at what? And Lilith's at the 22 degrees too in Leo. It's high. So the drama for you. Mama can happen right now. Arguments, you know, people talking back, wanting to play lawyer, have the last word. Hopefully, I hope you guys aren't going through that because that would really suck during this time too. So that fiery nature can play in any aspect. This could even happen at an argument at work, you know what I'm saying, or a family member, or even with your kids, you know what I mean, if you have them. So you got to kind of like, there could be some serious ego clashes right now in any ships that you're sailing or any connections right now as well. That's like kind of the negative side. So don't let things get too heated to where you create more squares and challenges for yourself later on. You might say something out the side of your neck too, that fire energy. You might say something you can't take back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the ugly side can kind of come out during this time. It's like things will hit the fan, honey, pretty much for the most part with this fire energy. So you got to kind of be careful, keep the drama in check, communicate openly, honestly, you know, just be straight up. Like authenticity wins every time. Also self-love wins every time too. Like go back to self, you know what I mean? Go sit in the corner if you need to, you know what I'm saying? And bring it back. Love on yourself a little bit harder. That way you can use this Leo energy, you know, to exude confidence and know what the hell you want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? So I would say be open to compromising too. If you do have a person that you're in a connection with, you know, or you might just find yourself playing solo, you know what I mean? Or just being smart about like, you know what, maybe I am going to open my heart up for love now. I'm ready. I'm at this certain stage or point in my life right now. So some of you guys might be ready to do that, which is dope, right? As far as like the money and career sector, since Leo does rule the 5th house of creation, and Leo loves to create, like I said, as fast as they spend it, they know they can get it right back, kind of a vibe with Leos. Okay, shit, this could be probably Leo sun, moon, and rising, I would say, for the most part. But so as far as the money and career sector, this would be a great perfect time. Hopefully you have an actual outlet, or you have some desires or ideas or whatever that you can tap into during this time that are positive, that are healthy for you, you know, that way you can build something upon this Leo energy for the next 30 days or whatever have you, however long it's in here, and shine your light there. You know what I'm saying? Whether this is at your job, whether you want to like increase in, you know, go to a different title, or whether you want to start a business or dive deeper into your business, you know, build another sector or umbrella or an arm or a leg out of it. You know, use that confident energy and go after what you want, pretty much for the most part. There's no, like, the only thing that's stopping you is yourself. Okay, bring out the ambitious energy. Bring out those leadership qualities that Leo has. You know what I'm saying? Show it with action. You know, a lot of people can talk a good game, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, are they really, are who they say they are? Are they doing what they say? You know what I'm saying? So it's really all about that kind of a vibe right there. You know, show off your skills, show off what you got. You know what I mean? You might also score some major wins as far as when you do build a business or when you are at work, you know, receiving praise, recognition, being rewarded for the things that you're tapping into. You'll know if something is working out for you, and, you know, as you're making your footprints across the sand, you know, creating your own path in life. Are you stuck, stagnant, or is something flowing for you? You know, are you receiving those signs and synchronicities, or are you not? You'll recognize when the sun is in Leo, like, it's gonna illuminate that for you during this time. You will see if you've been, whatever you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears into, is it worth it or is it not? You know what I'm saying? Like, is something happening there or is it not? Even with people, you know what I'm saying? Relationships, right? We're all kind of looking at that right now. Because on the negative side to this, with that fire energy, you know, you also don't want to get down on yourself either. You know, like, you have to, like, Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to really take your time. And if you have faith and hope and just believe that whatever it is that you're tapping into is right for you, you feel it, feels good, keep doing it. You know what I mean? Slow and steady does win the race. And with this fire energy here, you can really set yourself up nice, especially with all these planets in the same goddamn sign. You know, you also have to be careful, like, not be too argumentative or be too bossy, or you just don't want to like, you don't want to like try and dominate, you know what I'm saying, every space that you're in. Like the control factor, some may have to surrender during this time, especially when it comes to your love and money. I mean, yeah, love and money. People can be very power hungry when it comes to relationships, or even when it comes to getting a goddamn dollar. You might rub somebody the wrong way at work, or somebody might rub you the wrong way, you know what I mean? So you'll see it. It's probably already been playing out, this fire energy, but now that the sun's here, you'll probably be able to see it very clear now. It'll probably give you a lot of clarity within certain situations in your life. So stay focused, work hard, and don't forget to be a team player, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. So positive energy for our creatives, right? If you're a creator, or like you're building a business right now, please use this Leo energy. Please. This is like pure gold energy coming to you live and direct. So whatever it is, you know, this is where we need to get inspired. Hopefully something will spark in you. If you don't have any spark right now, I hope you get sparked up. I hope you already have an artistic vision out there that you can put your time and energy into. You know, whether you're a writer, a painter, a musician, some kind of artist, or this energy really is like, it's passion. It can be so loving, you know what I mean? You could really like bring your talents to the next level with this energy, pretty much, for the most part. Some negative energy to watch out for are the creative blocks. Like if you have a blocked solar plexus, or excuse me, a blocked heart chakra, like all that stuff is going to matter. It's going to play out and you're going to see it. You know, the constant need for validation outside of yourself, being unsure, no confidence whatsoever, the pride and ego taking over, not wanting to knowing to use those. You could be resisting feedback from other people. You could be stubborn. You might not want to collab. Like all these things can really hinder you from gaining new opportunities in your life and seeing where doors can open for you. So stay open to growing and accepting constructive criticism. You know, maybe show another side to you that no one's seen yet. You know what I'm saying? You know, that could be a thing too. So just keep the creative juices flowing. What else about Leo? I think that's it. Let's go into the rising signs. Rising, what is your rising? So, if you are an Aries rising, this is going to be in your 5th house. Ooh, house of creation. That shouldn't be hard. Taurus rising, 4th house. Gemini rising, 3rd house. Cancer rising, 2nd. Leo rising, 1st house. Virgo rising, 12th house. Libra rising, 11th. Scorpio rising, 10th. Sag rising, 9th. Cap rising, 8th house. Aquarius rising, 7th house, and Pisces rising, 6th house. Okay, so let's talk about all rising signs. So if you're Aries rising, so Leo season, this is going to be in your 5th house. Okay, so time to get the party started, Aries. You might have to just light the damn, you know, light the bonfire, pop all the bottles, and put all the pillows and the blankets in the bonfire. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your time now. This is your time to have some fun. This is your time to create. This is your time to get things lit. Maybe even bring a romantic partner in your life. You never know. You might feel really bold during this time. You might have extra confidence during this time as well, to take risks, whether this is love, you know what I mean? Taking risks on yourself, any artistic pursuits that you may have, like starting a business. The negative side of being in this side, you know, there's always a positive and the negative I got to talk to you guys about, would be to watch out for being impulsive. You don't want to be reckless. Don't jump into things without thinking, because, you know, Aries rising, y'all like to do that. So think about the consequences too. um, or you might regret it later. So as far as it being in your fifth house, what you want to do is really express maybe yourself through art, through dance. Hey, Purple Magic, peaceful greetings. How are you feeling today? Lovely, better than amazing. How about yourself? Thanks for tuning in. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if this is in your fifth house, Aries Rising, you want to like express yourself. How are you going to express yourself? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing right now? Art, dance, you have a creative outlet. Really think about these things. Shit, you take a chance on a crush. If you have a crush on somebody, you might, the dating scene. You never know how that might play out. Okay? Just let your heart kind of lead the way. Now, I would say just keep nurturing your passions and remember to find a balance between work and play. Because you guys probably like to work a lot, but you gotta have a little fun though. Okay, so this is your chance to have fun. It's gonna be in your fifth house. Okay, Taurus Rising. So Taurus Rising, Leo season. This is gonna be in your fourth house. This is a Cancer house. This is all about home, family. This is gonna bring a lot of warmth and harmony. It can to your home life, especially if you have like kids or if you're in a connection with someone, or maybe you have roommates or something like that. It's gonna bring the nice cozy vibes there. You might enjoy actually spending QT with the ones that you know, like, and trust, that you're in close quarters with, or within your community, in your atmosphere. So you could be like in the jive of wanting to be very welcoming, like, hey y'all, I'm having a dinner party, everybody dress up, poker night, like, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that. But the negative side to this is try not to be very stubborn and ruin the vibes. You know what I mean? You may have to compromise. You might have some type of conflicts that might arise, especially when it comes to dealing with other energies in the home, right? Because also Venus is retrograding and Lilith is there to bring the drama. So but since it's in your fourth house, maybe create a nice space for yourself. Make it cozy. You might theme it out, for whatever it is that you are tapping into. If you do a poker theme, tell everybody, hey, everybody wear their best suits and ties. You know what I mean? I've got the drinks. I've got whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you can make a whole cool little theme out of stuff. But also make a nice personal space for yourself too. Like, I would definitely make sure you have a personal space, but also have the fun space. But just make it really nice for you. You know what I mean? It's in your fourth house. Maybe plan like some family gatherings. You can maybe you might even reconnect with old friends too, because we also have Venus retrograding. It's in Leo. It's at 28 degrees, so that might be a theme for you here too. But keep going. I would recommend that you continue building a very strong, a very emotional foundation with your loved ones. Okay. Let's tap into Gemini Rising. Just had to come chill with you tonight. Well, thank you for tuning in. I know I have a lot of people, they're watching, but they're quiet. It's all good. So we have, what was I on? Gemini Rising. Gemini Rising. So Leo season, this is going to be in your third house of communication, right? So using this Leo energy, you might have to, this may boost your confidence or your throat chakra to boost your communication skills. You may open up and talk to people. It might bring some exciting energy to socialize. You might be a social butterfly during this time, have social interactions with people. You might be very witty or charming during this time. Have not like wordplay, add a little spice to the wordplay. It might be super on point. Now, on the negative side to this, be aware or be mindful of like gossiping with other people or spreading rumors. Just keep it real and avoid any type of misunderstandings when it comes to the third house of communication. Okay. You also have to recognize you have Mercury also is in Leo too. So, if as far as the creation portion, if you don't have any ideas, if it's in your third house, do you want to create a blog, a YouTube channel, write a book, like what you want to do, podcast, record yourself doing videos or something like that. Just share your thoughts and ideas. You never know what it can turn into with all this fire energy. Maybe you can organize a neighborhood hangout or something like that and bring people together. But I would say just try and maintain the current connections that you have, since it's in house number 3. Maybe deepen those, add a little bit of passion, let people know like, hey, like, thank you so much for being there for me, or I love you, or I miss you, or what's up, how you doing, I just want to do a mental health check-in, things like that. When it's dealing with third house energies, you know, keep networking, that way you can expand your circle. You're very welcome. I love the insight. Thank you. What else? Cancer rising. Cancer rising. Cancer rising Leo season gonna be in your second house. So this is a house of values, right? So Leo's influence is gonna bring. Ooh, what was that? Y'all know y'all heard that, right? Oh, so this is gonna bring attention to your finances, Cancer rising. Okay. It's going to bring lots of opportunities for you. You can have like increased income. You can find financial stability, especially if you have a creative gift or talent or skill set right now. Shine some light on that, honey, and bring it to the forefront. We got to know what you're into, right? In order to gain financial stability within your life. You can really utilize this energy and make it your the negative side to this, what's in the second house, be careful of overspending, overindulging, because remember, we also have Venus here retrograding as well. So that's also going to play a role too. Because it rules this house as well. So you have to, and also try not to think that everything's about money. Try not to be too materialistic during this time either. Stay grounded and just really don't let material possessions define who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have this car or this house or be this certain specific thing. Like, you can be successful at anything that you do right now, whatever it is that you're into. You have to believe that for yourself. There's no one way of doing something. Don't put yourself in a box during this time, especially when it's in the second house. So what I would do if I were you in the second house energy, set a budget, you know, create a budget for yourself, create a savings plan, maybe even create a plan of how much money you want to make in a day, in a week, in a month, whatever your goals are, things of that nature. Look for new income streams possibly. Also invest very wisely, okay? Cross all your T's, dot all your I's, because Mercury's also here too. So anyway, so I would do that. Just keep nurturing yourself. Know who you are. Know your worth, your value. Whatever you stand on that and say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? Stand on 10 toes, put your crown on. Don't let anyone sway you into doing something with them. Know your self-worth. Like, be your own individual when it's in house number 2. Especially when it comes to like your talents and stuff like that. And remember, your true value comes from within. So work inward then outward, right? Leo Rising. So Leo Rising, of course, this is going to be your first house. So it's all about you, honey, because this is, the sun is in your sign. Okay, so, woo, so this is like, you could have ego deaths, golly, but I feel like it's going to be your time to shine, okay? This is where the confidence, this is where you'll probably radiate and exude that Leo energy, like, you know, just a very bombastic, fantastic, check me on, I don't know, I just thought of that, but, I feel like you could be ready to take on the world if you're a Leo rising. You're like, okay, I want to go here, I want to do this, I got this plan, we gonna do that, like, for real, like, it's really, like, your time to shine, and so I feel like you're just gonna even be confident in everything that you do. You're just gonna walk in, like, just looking good, smelling good, dressed to the nines, all the things. Like, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna exude it. People want to be in your energy, they want to be in your skin. So I feel like you're gonna be getting lots of attention. So on the flip side of that, you have to avoid pride and ego or being too self-centered when it's in the first house, you know, all of those things, right? Or be careful of like where you're demanding attention or who you're demanding attention from, okay? You got to let other people have a little bit of a moment too, you know what I mean? So having a nice balance with that, like knowing that if you are front center stage right now and you got the spotlight, you know, someone might have a good idea or someone might be trying to go on the right path. So maybe give them a little praise, like, you know what, you're doing the right thing, like, good job, like, I'm proud of you, like, you going somewhere, like, that's a good idea, you know what, or thank you for that, even though you may not agree. Thank you for that. I appreciate you even just, you know, looking out for me or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then just like move on. You know what I mean? Instead of turning it into something negative when it's in the first house. So show off your talent, skills, gifts, show off that charisma that you have when it's in the first house energy. Really set personal goals for yourself. This is where you can turn dreams into reality when it's in your first house. You might even change the way you look, your hair, the way that you actually dress, for real. You know, and just be fearless and just be your authentic self. If you're a Leo rising and it's in your first house, please, we need to see the real you. Like, this is where Leo risings need to shine. Be all of it. Be love, be light, but also, show us like how to, like, when it's good to actually use your ego. You know what I'm saying? Like having that balance between divine feminine, divine masculine energy. That way you can inspire others and be in that leadership energy. Like boss up. Okay. Virgo rising. So Virgo rising is going to be in your 12th house. Oh my God. So this is a Pisces house. So Leo season. So this is gonna use this fire energy to really tap into like your spiritual side. Like for real, like please use this energy to do that. This can also boost your intuition at this time. There we go. So take your time when it's in the house of 12. Really look at everything and self-reflect, because Venus is retrograding too. Should force you to kind of go in that mode anyways, and heal certain things that you need to heal. You might, need to do a couple of things as far as shadow work goes, you know what I'm saying, with the 12th house. You can start with being mindful with everything that you do, setting your intentions with everything that you do. You might even start some spiritual practices that might help you along your journey during this time, what's in the 12th house. So if you are busy, with other things that you got going on, make sure you take a break to deal with self. Like schedule it in if you have to. Like don't say, oh, I forgot to meditate today, or I forgot to, like do something for 30 days straight. Like, and then you'll create a new habit, at least 21 days, right? So let's say, for example, you do want to start incorporating, maybe to listen to some esoteric information or metaphysics, or maybe tapping into your natal chart or whatever tool that you have out there to help you master your own energy or master self. Make sure you schedule it in. Try and fit in at least 30 minutes or an hour every single day. And then once you keep doing that, it'll be a subconscious practice that'll help you for your betterment, because it's in the 12th house. So you got a lot of 12th house things going on. So you got to be easy with yourself too, because remember, Mercury's here too. Okay, and then also Venus. So love on yourself a little bit more, I would say, for the most part. Prioritize your self-care, and your mental well-being is going to be key for you. Okay, mental health. Hopefully you have friends that'll do mental health check-ins too. What's next? Oh, Libra Rising. So this Leo season, this is going to be in your 11th house of connection, social groups, social gatherings, expanding your network, opportunities to make new friends. So you got to also be careful when it's in the 11th house, because you have to avoid being like, how you can be indecisive, Libra Rising. So you have to make sure that you're not in a people-pleasing energy just to gain attention from people, and try not to buy their love either, or buy their attention with money, or I'll pay for it, or no, I got y'all, no. And then they end up just only wanting you for your wallet and not your mind or talent, gift, or skill. So you have to be careful when it's in 11th house. But on the same token of that, so if I was you, if I was in the 11th house, I would actually maybe like even organize your own kind of a group thing. You know what I mean? Like invite like-minded people together, or if you already have your friends, and organize something cool that you guys can strengthen or deepen your connection to get your questions answered. If you're questioning a connection or a friendship, you can even do a couple of tests, or some tests in there if you want, to see if this is a person you need to bring along with you or not. But keep nurturing your friends that you already have right now into the 11th house, and really make sure you're fostering those meaningful connections that actually have substance in your life to get you to high places and see new faces. Okay. Moving along, Scorpio Rising. Oh, snap, it's gonna be your 10th house. Ooh, your Leo house is rocking then. Woo, with all this fire energy here. So with the sun now here, this is going to put the shine on whatever career, or if you're an entrepreneur, or your public image right now. Now, remember, with the sun in Leo, it's going to illuminate everybody. Like, you're going to be front center stage, whether you like it or not, in some form or fashion. So do you have something already set up to where you can present yourself, especially if you're running a business, or you're thinking of starting one, or being the face of a company, or you're trying to go higher in the ranks at your current job right now? Whatever it is, it's like there's going to be something shining on your 10th house. So hopefully you have something going for yourself right now. If not, hopefully you're creative, and hopefully you're getting those skeleton bones and coming up with something, right? And putting all this fire energy there, because woo, with this 10th house energy, you can really get recognized for your achievements. You can make the bag, honey, okay? Woo, you can bring the bag home with this one. But you also have to be careful too. Try not to have any power struggles or bring like jealousy or envy into the equation here in this 10th house, because that can really hinder your progress during that time. You got to stay focused on your path. You probably helped a lot of people along the way, but it's time to help yourself get to where you need to go. That way you can be confident and use this energy, especially it's playing in your 10th house, because I mean, you're not, yeah, 10th house, because you also have Mercury here too, and Venus is here, so you really can get the right people. You know, if you know some people that can do this and that or whatever, it's like you can do so many different things. Golly, this is so amazing. So really take charge and go after, you know, if let's say you want a promotion, or let's say you do want to build that business, you know, do the steps to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, take slow and steady. You know, you might even actually like change your desire. Like, let's say, for example, you had a certain hobby, but you wanted to turn that hobby, it's a passion now. You like doing it every day, all day. You don't like your current job right now. You actually have enough money saved up. You might just quit your job and just do full-time entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? You never know. With all this fire energy, but make sure it makes sense, okay? So just keep working hard and try and maintain a really good reputation for yourself, because a lot of things can be illuminated, especially when it comes to the public image. You know, you might, how do I say it? Something might be revealed to you if you're not in good, like it can really shine light with all this fire energy in the sign of Leo. Dirty laundry might be exposed. Let's just keep it there. Okay. Sag Rising. Thanks for the Libra Rising male myself. Oh, okay. Thanks for the heads up. You're welcome. Sag Rising. Okay, Sag Rising. So this is going to be your 9th house. Okay, so you've probably been traveling and all kinds of stuff. So with the sun here now, this is going to really spark, like, if you're not traveling, you're going to be adventurous in some form or fashion, and whatever it is that you love to do, or, you know, maybe you just love learning something. It's in the higher house. It's in the 9th house of higher learning. You might be obsessed with watching someone on YouTube or something, or always joining a class, or just to gain some like more knowledge, or travel to gain some more knowledge or wisdom about something that you're tapping into. So, you know, I would say if it's here, try new things, like new experiences. Do something you've never done before. Like, oh my God, like you can really expand in the house of 9, but you have to be careful not to be too reckless, or, you know, have so much fun out there in the world that you neglect your duties, responsibilities, and obligations as well. You have to be careful in the pursuit of your desires or whatever makes you excited in the world. Okay. So I would say if it's in this 9th house, plan a trip. You know, it is summertime. Plan to go somewhere, do something, take up a course or something, do something, like explore something you always wanted to explore, like knock something off your bucket list or something like that. You know, keep fueling your curiosity to see how far you can take it. You know what I mean? And just stay open to different perspectives that are out there. Cap Rising. Cap Rising. So Leo season is going to be your 8th house. Woo-wee. So a lot of things are going to be shown to you in the 8th house, because this is a deep house. This is a Scorpio house. So you got to think this is a Mars house, right? So this is going to bring a lot of depth. It's going to bring a lot of intense energy your way, as far as you might be just transforming, you know, Phoenix rising from the ashes kind of an energy. Intimate connections or relationships that you may have. Be careful, because you could be like, you know, super horny in a house of 8. So hopefully you're not just, like I was saying earlier, some of y'all might have these one-night stands, but that one-night stand can turn into trouble for you. So be careful who you lay in bed with, you know what I'm saying, during this time as well, when it's in the 8th house, because if that Mars energy, you know, health, all that stuff can matter, right? You might go on to some joint adventures with people in the house of 8 with this Leo energy. So you got to watch out for try not to be too controlling in your endeavors and things that you have going on. You have to respect other people's boundaries, even respect your own, and just avoid any type of power struggles with this Mars energy going on in there. So just really, I would say if it's in the house 8, because it's also a money house too. It could be like assets and things like that. So see where you're at financially and what you got going on. You know, that way you can transmute any sexual energy or tension into something that you're passionate about, and you can create something and really go ham for yourself. You know what I mean? As far as the financial sector, you can make really good investments for yourself. But if you have like intimate partners or connections, deepen those. You know, get creative with that. Just keep nurturing yourself. The trust factor is going to be huge for the house of 8 for you. You might have to learn that some connections aren't for you and some are. You might have to revisit that, and you might have some emotional connections in your relationships too, because we also have Venus retrograding here. So a lot going on, right? And with Mercury there too, Lord Jesus, you got to be careful of your thoughts, okay? Really careful with your thoughts and what you say to yourself. Aquarius Rising. Aquarius Rising. So, okay, it's going to be in your 7th house. So this is activating your partnerships. Any ships that you're sailing, a business partnership, a love relationship, a friendship, whatever ship you're sailing right now during this time. Maybe you might even just be collabing with people and things of that nature. You know, I would say seek some meaningful connections in your life during this time. This is going to be very prominent for you. Maybe you might want to collab and work together with somebody on something to get you to those high places and see new faces. You might just need somebody's help. And so you being vulnerable and opening up and admitting that, Venus retrograding, you'll be able to possibly open up new doors and windows for yourself and communicate your needs with your connections, because Mercury's also here as well. So this is how you can add all these energies in there together. You know, start a joint venture, maybe collab with somebody on a creative project. You know, get to learn people. Someone, you know, tell somebody you admire them if you want to be in a relationship. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I would just say keep the open communication going for yourself. Make sure there's mutual respect within your relationships and there's mutual support. You know, reciprocity will be key when it's playing out in the house of 7 with all these planets there, okay? Pisces Rising. So Pisces Rising, this is going to be in your 6th house. Lord Jesus. So health, work, acts of service. So this might boost your performance at work with all this fire energy. You might just have hella energy. You might just be like, you know, I'm going to do overtime. I got to get that bag. You know what I mean? Take advantage of this energy if you're in that. You know, you might even shine at work. You're like, hey, how you doing today? What's going on? Can I get you the new phone? Like, you might be something like that. So just find ways to shine, especially when it comes to your daily routine, like your scheduling. Like, you might switch up your priorities and the things that you do during Leo season. As far as you might add in working out, you might add in a nice healthy, you're like, you know what? I'm not going to eat out this whole month. I'm going to start cooking meals or prep meals, or you know, you might be looking at things totally different now. You might know, like, okay, I got to work from 9 to 6. Okay, I'll make this time a workout time. Okay, I'll make this time, to, you know, for fun time. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you might even have a whole new schedule. But so you have to be careful in this house to avoid being too passive, aggressive, or, you know, and try not to allow others to take your kindness for weakness or take advantage of you, because if you have this fire energy and you're in the like, oh yeah, you know, I want to go kind of a vibe and you're in a good vibe, be careful of that, because some people could take advantage of you for that. So, you know, so like I would create a new health and fitness plan for yourself or something like that, you know, a new fitness regimen or whatever. Prioritize your self-care, you know, just keep going, you know, take care of yourself and set some healthy boundaries, okay? So moving on, now when it's happened to, let's go through the houses, guys, because I'm going to make sure that everyone gets a piece of the pie here, because you may have Leo playing out in both houses, you know, and it's not just based off your rising sign, but you just might have Leo there, and you might not listen to the other parts of the video. So, because I know people go straight to their rising sign, click. I see the little, I'll see the dips and stuff of like, who are the rising signs that watch me the most? So if you have Leo in house number 1, so the spotlight will be on you if you have Leo there. So you're going to exude lots of confidence and charisma. Make sure you're making a strong impression on yourself and others during this time too. The way you express yourself, bringing in the leadership skills and things of that nature, I feel like that will be really on point for you. Um, be authentic, be fearless, pretty much for the most part, and let your personality really kind of shine and take charge and be that natural born leader that you are. So bring that more to the forefront. How can you? It's like be from the show me state. Okay, however you want to present yourself, however you see yourself the next few years, or whatever you see yourself doing, be that now, be that today, and be the example. Okay, Leo in the second house. So if you have Leo in the second house, focus on increasing your financial security. Focus on knowing what you value, what you want. You know, you could really shine in this department, especially when it comes to your finances and things like that and your money matters. Okay, so you could attract any new opportunities that come your way. So really express your self-worth to other people. That way they know what to expect of you, you know what to expect from them. Not having expectations in that aspect, but knowing what you're bringing to the table. Okay, you know, be financially ambitious. You might have to look at a few things and try a new avenue on how to make money. You know, you might be stuck in this one thing, but maybe there's something else that you could be really good at that you can make money on. You know what I'm saying? So be open to that. Show off your talents, gifts, and skills, and really take pride in your abilities. That way you can attract all the abundance to come towards you. Leo in the third house. Oh, I don't know. I always, oh, there it goes. I always be burping when I be talking. Leo in the third house. Leo in the third house is the third house of communication. So networking skills and communication skills should be top notch, but if not, then this is your opportunity to work on them with Inspire energy. You might feel a burst of energy to actually talk to people, or actually to really express your feelings and how you feel and get creative. And this might encourage you to tap into some new educational pursuits or something like that. You might want to learn something or tap into something new to broaden your horizons as far as your mind. That way you can be comfortable with sharing your ideas to other people. You might get in rooms with other people and be like, you know what, I got an idea. Can I just say something really quick? Like, you might just be in that energy with all this fire energy that's playing out here. So really express your ideas, your thoughts with passion. Share your opinions with other people. Be very open-minded. You have to express yourself. You're going to be forced to express yourself, especially if you're an introvert. You're going to be forced to express yourself. And this will actually be good because you could be operating your North Node energy if this is something that you don't normally do. So expressive communication may be key for you, honey. Okay? Really, and also too, expressing like what it is, whatever your gift, talent, and skill is, right? So you have to let people know what you're into, right? So you might have to talk, walk the walk. Okay, especially with Mercury being here too. Leo in the fourth house. So having Leo in the fourth house, family and home is going to be a priority for you. You might seek time, wanting to enjoy time with family and friends and things of that nature. You might get a cozy little space for yourself. You know, you might you might want to talk to somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, especially like if it's a dad or a mom or a cousin, uncle, auntie, sister, brother, whatever have you. You might want to go visit them or something like that. You know, just also please make sure if it's in the house 4 to make sure you have like feng shui, or just remove any stagnant energy from your home, like make it real good for you. So express your love and care, be empathetic for your family as well. Just bring on that like motherly nurturing side. Okay, fifth house, Leo in the fifth house. So if you have Leo in the fifth house, this is great. This is Leo house, right? So turn it up a notch. Like, you know, we're all could be in a space, especially if you are a person that's creator, or you're into whatever talent, gift, or skill that you have. Turn it up a notch. Turn it up a notch. Like, you know, change your perspective or do some rebranding or whatever it is. Like, really just turn it up, amplify it, turn the loudspeaker up when it's in the house 5. Please, like, just make it fun for yourself. Make being front center stage, make it fun. You know, you could even get, you know, be all romantical, of course, because this is the house of romantic connections too. But I would just say bring out the inner artist within you. Okay. You know, show off your creative talents, embrace, if you do have any romantic connections, really embrace them, deepen those connections too. Show them what you got. I'm not saying be a player from the Himalayas, but, you know, flirting, you know, playful times might happen in the house of 5 too. But pretty much if it's in your 5th house, Leo in the 5th house, you're the life of the party. Okay, be the life of the party. Bring it on. Okay, Leo in the 6th house. If you have Leo in the 6th house, so this is your daily living activities, work, all that stuff. So focus on work, health, you know, take charge when it comes to time management and the things that you get done through the day, you know, that way you have time for yourself, the way you have time maybe for friends or family, and also time to take care of business, you know, like work, or working out or whatever it is, in your sixth house. Okay, make sure that you are recognizing yourself for the things that you're doing, the small wins and the big wins as well. Okay, and even at the workplace, you know, being reliable, being on time, like all those grand things, right? That'll help boost your confidence and really kind of take pride in the things that you are doing, especially when it comes to like health or any like well-being routines or something like that. Leo in the seventh house, this is going to be your partnerships. So your relationships are going to be highlighted, period. Okay. Anybody that's having to shine the light on the seventh house, sheesh. So during this period, because also we also have Venus retrograding here too in Leo, right? So please make sure you're seeking the strong, meaningful connections. Make sure you're not holding on to a thread, or you're just, make sure you're not like leeching off anybody else either. Make sure you are an asset, not a liability, and vice versa as well. Making sure that you have those grand connections that are coming towards you that you can learn from or grow with or whatever have you, in house number 7, and make those meaningful partnerships and connections. You might find love, get married, you might be very fertile, you know, all those grand things. You might even get divorced, you might break up, who knows? That way you can live the single life. So however it's playing out for you, but you can really express your appreciation, give people their flowers while they're so here, be very open-hearted. Oh yeah, check on your heart chakra for real. Just strive for balance in all of the connections that mean the most to you, and you can even open up some new ones. If you have Leo in the 8th house, okay, so Leo in the 8th house, so you know, lots of intimacy could be playing out, lots of boom boom room stuff going on. If you know what I mean. You can really transform if you really focus on self during this time. Focus on things that you want to work on, whatever it is. Like, let's say I want to learn this, or I want to gain this new skill set, or I want to better myself in this aspect of life. So you can really help yourself during this time when it's in the house 6 or 8th house, sorry. And really shift yourself, your finances, and especially if you are living with someone, or you have a roommate, or you're married, or girlfriend boyfriend kind of energy, you know what I'm saying? Like if you guys have joint custody or whatever have you, things of that nature. Yeah, so really express your deepest emotions and desires in the house of 8, because a closed mouth does not get fed, so make sure that is being talked about. I would say in the 8th house, your superpower is going to be embracing being vulnerable, especially when you have Venus here and Mercury here, and Venus is retrograding. So be open and honest. Be like, look, I don't like this, or I like this, or you know what, I love you, I miss you, or thank you so much, I appreciate that. Like, this is how you gain trust. This is how you become more intimate with your connections, because intimacy doesn't always have to mean sex. Okay, this is how you can just get deeper with the bonds that you already have, especially when it's house of 8. And then that also helps you, allows you to grow and allows you to go higher, you know what I'm saying? Like unpeel those onion layers of yourself, and that we can go further, upward, onward, forward, not backward, right? So yeah, but make sure it's being vulnerable with the right people. Of course, utilize your discernment as well. Love how fluent you are. Get a lot of info from you. Oh, thank you. Where are we at? 9th house, right? So if you have a Leo in the 9th house, or if you're cusping too, like some people are cusping. So Leo in the 9th house is going to be like higher learning and education. This is a Sag house, right? So bring the sense of adventure, you know, travel. If you have a bucket list, make sure you check things off that list and try something new. We want to get our North Node activated, right? So it might be uncomfortable, it might be scary, but you know, you got to do something you've never done. I feel like in the 9th house, okay? Learn something, open a book, read about something, do your own due diligence and research when it comes to it being in your 9th house. This is your opportunity for you to shine, to gain whatever information that you're soaking up, and use that knowledge and turn it into wisdom, because you might be able to teach somebody a couple of things, or you might be able to talk into, you know, this can bring you into a new friend group or circle, or a new group of people, a new circle of people, to where you can actually learn from them. Because let's just say you were kicking it with people that, you know, it's like, damn, I can't talk to them about this, dang, I can't talk to them about that. how can you grow? You know what I'm saying? You want people that'll challenge you, where you can have actual debates, or you guys can share information, or you can be like, yeah, I get it, and then da 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 da. You know what I mean? You can go deeper and deeper, and you can have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 deep conversations. You know what I'm saying? So check where you're at with that, especially when it comes to House of 9, because that's that intellectual house, that spiritual house too. Um, you know, so this is where you can seek new opportunities or whatever. So really express, like, be adventurous, maybe get outside, go in nature, travel, whether this is even just getting away out of your house for a weekend, or walking, or taking a bike ride, or whatever have you, or actually hopping on a plane and going somewhere, you know, however that looks for you, or maybe traveling in a different chakra within your body, you know, as you seek more knowledge. Okay. Be very diverse, and I would say make sure you don't try not to keep everything to yourself, especially when it comes to information overload. You might just like, oh yeah, I can't talk to anybody, so then that'll hide you from talking to anybody about anything. You don't want to keep your philosophical insights to yourself. You want to be able to share. What's the point of knowing all this knowledge? You ain't doing nothing with it. Yeah, like, or you get wet off of that, or what? Like, you got to put it somewhere. Okay, so turn it into something, or put it out somewhere in the universe, or something, like, make use of it. This is how knowledge turns into wisdom. Okay, attaching it to something, right? Making it something. 10th house. If you have Leo in the 10th house, this is all going to be a spotlight on your career, your money, your image, on how you are, you know, bringing yourself to the forefront, to the world. How are you being seen? You know, does that even matter to you right now? Or do you need to revamp how you look, your style, whatever you're into right now at this day and age? Is it matching the image that you're wanted to present to the world? Like, you know, things of that nature. You really look at that. Also, the career factor. How's your business going? Is it thriving or is it not? Do you need to fire some people or hire some new people? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to start another business under that umbrella of that LLC? Or do you want to even create your first LLC? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want to do? Or do you want to go quit that job? Or do you want to go for another job? Or what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to 10th house. How are you making yourself feel secure in your life? You know, do you like the alarm clock life, or do you want to know alarm clock life? You know, these are the questions that you'll probably be asking. So utilize this ambitious Leo energy and that drive. That way you can really achieve your goals during this time, and gain the recognition and reward, and actually accomplish something in life, and you can feel successful. You know, success is defined differently through each individual. So whatever success looks like to you. Woo! Did I breathe? Tongue-tied. Makes me wonder where your Mercury is in your chart. Yes, I have a detriment. My Mercury's in Pisces, but yet it's in the 3rd house, which is the Gemini house, Mercury house. So I also have some good aspects in my house that actually help me with it. So, and also a lot of practice online anyways too, for years. I've been doing this for years. So everyone always asks me that about my Mercury. It's so funny. Where were we at? Oh yeah, 11th house. If you have Leo in your 11th house, this is going to be very social, very vibrant time for you. I would say utilize this fire energy to get out there, do little mixers, like do the like face to faces too. Like, there's nothing like being in actual people's energy to really get to know them, versus like you could talk to someone on the phone for like 8 years and they could be a totally different person when you meet them in person. So anyways, so gaining new connections, you know, you might be driven to do that in the house number 11. You might find yourself even in the dynamic of like more group settings than ever. You might want to be a part of something. You know, let's say, for example, you used to go to the gym all the time by yourself, but now it's like you're a part of a community where they like push tires up the road or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be a part of something huge like that. What else? So yeah, networking and collabing in the 11th house. You might gain new people. You might leave some people off of the elevator. You might gain some more people. You never know. So who you hang around is going to matter. Okay. If you hang around 5 broke people, you're going to be the 6th one, because you're not going to be able to get out of that. You can't grow in that. If you're the smarter person in the room, you're not going to be able to learn from them. Right. So you got to, this hanging out 6 millionaires would be the 7th one. This is where these sayings come from. That way you can learn something. It can teach you. The conversations totally hit different. They really hit different, and people will push you out of your comfort zone for real, especially if you're a person that's kind of shy, or you're like, I don't know about this, and you got people rooting for you, supporting you, motivating you, giving you even more ideas, and just like, oh yeah, I actually know a friend in real estate that can actually get you to go, oh yeah, I know, da, 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 da. sometimes all about word of mouth. You never know, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. So this is going to be a grand time for you to make sure you get them connections flowing for yourself and network and collab with people, because you never know if they share your stuff on there, then somebody else sees you from that, and then it could just turn into a whole new social circle and new faces and new places, honey, okay? So you can be definitely a driving force in your life to bring in a positive change, and then you can also inspire other people on how you got there and how you did it. You know what I'm saying? 11th house Leo with Chiron there. Oh, Chiron's also retrograding too. So you're probably gonna be able to see, oh, if you were born with that, so that means all your whole life it was probably hard for you to have connections your whole life. You probably went in and out of friendships and things of that nature. So right now you're gonna be faced with reevaluating your current connections. Like, are these people from college or high school actually helping you right now and supporting you and uplifting you and motivating you? Or is it just like, it's just because you've known them forever? Sometimes you got to drop those people off in the elevator too. Or are they of substance? You know what I mean? Are they pushing you? Are they motivating you? Or are they leeching off of you? Or you'll be able to see all of these things. And also too, sometimes, you know, you'll start to recognize the attachments that you're in. Are you stage 5 clinger? Are you codependent? Is there something that you need to heal within your house of connections right now? You know what I'm saying? Because you might be carrying baggage from like old wounds, or, you know, things that happened to you in your past when you were little in grade school or something like that. You know what I mean? You might have like trust issues with people, or maybe people look at you as like you always need attention or something like that, or or they look at you as like always stealing the spotlight, but yet you're just a confident person and they just misunderstood you. Like, we're all these things, you're gonna be looking at all these different kinds of things going on, okay? So 12th house, we have Leo in the 12th house. This is a time for introspection, self-discovery. This is a time for healing, shadow work, spiritual work. You might feel down to even tap into some creative spiritual pursuits or whatever, express your spiritual side, express your artistic side. You might be able to really embrace solitude. You might be like, you know what, I'm gonna miss this, I'm gonna miss out on that one, I'll see y'all later. Like, you might really like to be alone. You might even focus better when you're alone. You might even find yourself. You might look at the man in the mirror. You might see where you went wrong or see what's going right. You might be able to clear the noise and like really see things for what they are during this time, and really discover who you are and master your own energy, or maybe just at least start on that journey and really tap into your intuition and your gut, and really to know, you know, okay, this is where I need to go. Nah, this don't feel right. I ain't going that way. Like, you might be able to peep those things out too. Okay, where are we at? Because we gotta do the reading. Okay, okay, we good. We still got time. Sun, Pisces, Capricorn moon, and a Libra rising. I just kicked a few people to the curb that wasn't feeding my soul purpose. Boom! See, there you have it. There you have it. Venus retrograding, Chiron retrograding. Lord Jesus, you got a lot. Mercury, and now the sun. So everything should be definitely highlighted for you in all aspects when it comes to money, love, relationships, career, all of that. And also healing past wounds too. Like making sure you look at the man in the mirror first before you point fingers at anybody else. That way it'll allow you to be like, wait, nope, I checked myself. It's gotta be them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be them. Then it'll be okay to like get low-key like a confirmation of validation from like a person that you know, like, and trust, to see like, hey, am I tripping? Or and they'll be like, nah, you're not tripping. Like, as long as you know they're in the higher octave though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might, and then like, yep, kick them to the curb. We're done. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go on. I'm going to do a Leo spread for all my Leos. I'm also going to do, so we're going to pull up your energy with the Lenormand. We'll do a financial forecast. Some love cards too. Crystal cards for the collective. I'm also going to do a collective spread too. And then do some energy as well. Some energy cards and Tarotstrology. Now, the way that I'm going to do the Leo spread, you can actually, you can pertain that to your actual Leo house, because you might get some messages from that. Or if you're a Leo sun, moon, or rising, okay? So however you want to look at it. So I'm telling you, take what resonates and leave the rest, honey, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with that, guys. I said the Lenormand, right? We're going to do the Lenormand. Where's the Lenormand? Where's the Lenormand? First of all, should have got the cards out first. It's all good. Okay. Lenormand. Here we go. Alright. Alright, guys. So we're going to do the collective. I'm really confident most of these get super insecure around me, so I've been hurt just because I believed in myself. Yep. They get jealous when you're confident and you know what you want and you know where you're going. They're like, how do you get all that energy? And y'all could be in the same environment or the same space. So what does this look like? This looks like someone, let's say, for example, you worked at a job, right? And let's say, you know, your energy is different from theirs. You're in a higher octave of it. Y'all both from the hood, but yet when you guys both selling phones at Verizon Wireless or whatever, you might get the hourly wage and you might get hella sales just based off of you having the confidence and the charisma and the energy to get them sales and to talk to people and utilize that gift of gab that you may have with that energy, right? And then the other person might try and copy you and they can't even copy you. They'll just they don't have no anywhere else to go but to, you know, turn to a troll or get mad or jealous or envious because of it. And that means they need to sit in the motherfucking corner and do some goddamn shadow work. Yeah, that could happen. And also too, you know, a lot of people don't recognize the difference between being cocky and being confident as well. So that's another factor too. Yeah, I've been dropping episodes of my, oh, you have a podcast. Favorite crystal in this season, Tiger's Eye. Oh yeah, so if you guys want to know the crystals, did I put it in here? I don't think I did. Hold on, let me see. Tiger's Eye would be good for Leo season. Tiger's Eye, you could do amethyst, any kind of clear quartz, but I'll get you some other cool ones too. I think I wrote out I thought I wrote out the crystals. I might have put it somewhere else. Hold on. Because I always write notes, that way I can like stay on task with you guys. Let me see. Dang, I thought I did. Huh. I thought I did. I guess I didn't. Because I'm not like a crystallologist, so I don't remember, because there's so many. You know what? Let's get my book. Hold on. I thought I did, but I guess not. So, as far as, let's do... Okay, so crystals for Leo would be Tiger's Eye, Amber, Bogie Stone, Carnelian, Chrysocolla, Citrine, Emerald, Fire Agate, Garnet, Golden Beryl, Green and Pink Tourmaline, Kunzite, Onyx, Orange Calcite, Petalite, Quartz, Red Obsidian, let's see, Topaz, Turquoise, Yellow Spinel, and Rhodochrosite. All right, now for the collective. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is your reading for the month. What do they need to see? Ooh, what do they need to see? I'll also incorporate numerology in here as well. God damn. Well, it's a whole month, so I'm not surprised. All right. A lot of changes for you during Leo season. You're definitely going to be switching things up right off gate, right off the bat. The fuck? Somebody wants to see you clearly. People want to see you. They want to be around you. There could be monitoring spirits as well, possibly. And it doesn't have to always mean bad thing. It's like maybe some people just wonder what you're doing. You could be very secretive if you're a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just be on your own path and be on your journey, and people just want to be in your skin, like I was saying earlier. So, but you have to be aware, right? So let's get this all the way out the way. So during your journey in Leo season, of course, you're going to see the snakes in the grass. You're definitely going to be able to recognize these people, and you're going to take action on removing them, okay? This is going to give you your superpower back. This is where you're going to be able to nurture yourself. This looks like giving yourself healthy boundaries. This looks like knowing your stature, knowing your worth, knowing your value during this time. So you have to recognize that. Yeah, there's going to be infinite possibilities and opportunities that are going to be in your face, but you also have to recognize when they're good for you and when they're bad for you, right? So this is you seeing these things and taking action as far as removing them from your life, getting them out of the way. Because there's also people that are trying to breadcrumb you as well with their time and energy or money, okay? So this may, you know, it might hurt with that number 2 there, okay? It might hurt just a little bit. It might hurt just a little bit. Like, you know, you might get offended by it, you know, like let's say, for example, the energy that you put forth, you know, and someone kind of low-key disrespects you, that might hurt a little bit. It's like, damn, like, I don't even want to try, right? So then it's like, okay, you know what, I'm going to turn this into a creative passion with that number 3. You might write a song about it. You might, you know what I'm saying, turn it into poetry. You might put that in with your next video as far as you talking to the world or something like that. If it's towards your creative endeavors, you're going to transmute the energy very smart, because you also have that number 7 once again. 2 7s here too. So there's going to be some challenges, okay? Going to be a couple of challenges, you know what I'm saying? You got that mountain there. Some instances might have you looking like a deer in headlights, but that's okay, because these hoops and, you know, we all have some kind of challenges, okay? We all have some things that we're probably going to go through. Even though this is your season, but this is a time for you to shine. So what does this look like? If you want to shine in any aspect of life, you may have to leave some people behind. You might have to hurt somebody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? You might leave some friends. You might break up from some people. You might not kick it with certain people anymore. You know, people that could be dear to you and that you love, you might have to let them go, period. You know, and with that number 3 there, this is where you can be in the form of creation. You got a lot of 3s here too. But you might have to, you know, you may have some certain pent up emotions, and you might have to deal with it and actually act upon these things, because Venus is also retrograde in the sign of Leo as well. So it's forcing you to kind of go within and really deal with it. Like, be like, I'm mad, I'm upset, I'm hurt. Like, I don't like that. I don't feel that. This ain't feeling right. This ain't feel good. Like, I got to keep it pushing. You got to be real with yourself, because when you lie to yourself and you're hanging out with Tom, Dick, and Harry that really don't care about you, all they care about is maybe your pockets or your wallet or your knowledge or your wisdom, and they really actually literally don't care about you. They only care about the things that you can give or provide, or the material possessions that you have. But it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to put out a cold shoulder, and you may have to look back at those things, okay, and be like, you know what, this is going to let you know if you planted some good seeds or bad seeds. It's going to let you know, like, I made the right decision when I did that. You'll see it playing out, okay? So watch how people act when you remove your time, your energy, and your money from them. Sit back, grab your popcorn, because you will definitely see the real them come out, period. Okay, so that number 14, continue to take action towards your creative endeavors. Transmute the energy. Whatever your talent, gift, or skill is, put the energy into that instead. Don't transfer it, transmute it. That means deal with it, don't sweep it under the rug, and then you'll feel better about whatever seeds the new seeds that you're planting in this new season that you're having right now, okay? So you may have to end a few things with that. You have 7, 8, and 9. Look at that. 7, 8, 9. In order to become in alignment, can you see that? 7, 8, 9 at the bottom. 7, 8, 9. In order to be more aligned with your path, your purpose, why you're here, your mission, those are the things that you may have to do, period. Okay? And some people are, you know, you're trying to get to a higher space, a higher place, whether this is like knowledge, whether this is, you know, a different mind state for yourself, a different, being, worrying about your well-being. Damn, I can't even talk. So some people may want to bridge the gap, or you might be a person that has to try new things, explore new things, like see new lands, new faces, new places, having new experiences with that, okay? 38 equaling the number 11. And this is where you can feel good. You might have to get away from the environment that you're in. You may have to move from people, places, and things. You may have to, like I said, separate yourself, be in solitude. There's so many different ways on how to do this, but focus is key. If there's somewhere you're trying to go, if you have a vision during this season and you're really determined to get there, best believe you better put your mask on first and save yourself first, because sometimes you may have to do that, but utilize integrity while you're doing it. Don't just stomp all over people and be in the lower octave of the Leo energy, right? So you might have to tell a friend, you might have to tell them a message like, hey, I gotta go. You might have to write a letter, text message, or talk to their higher self, and say these things. But I feel like for you, writing letters to yourself, doing some shadow work, writing things down. This looks like you journaling, to yourself. If you can't talk to the person, this looks like you writing a letter to your higher self. This looks like you just really writing things out, and maybe even burning a letter. Like, let's say there's a person that it's just been on your mind. It was a jacked up situation. This looks like, shadow work, right? I don't know if you do this, but sometimes in shadow work, what I do is I want to release something or some person, place, or thing that, it's just this stench around me that I can't get rid of. I act as if I'm talking to them. I put it in a letter and then I burn it. You could do those things too. But this might also be messages coming to you. Okay. Some people might say, I miss you, I love you, I want you, or I need you, or you did so much for me. This may come in so many different forms. Okay. Your ships are here though. They're waiting for you. Definitely waiting for you. So I get a lot of 7s here once again. And we are in a personal year 7. Didn't we just have a new moon? It was like 777. The date. Look back at that. That might have something going on for you. So anyway, so you might have to relay those messages, or some messages might get relayed to you depending on where you're at. You may receive praise, rewards, or recognition for the places that you're going, people that you're seeing. But remember to have your sword on deck, okay? So, sometimes, if you are in a higher octave and you're so nice and confident, just like Purple Magic said, right? This is where people, may look at you as far as you're so confident and you know what you want, you're very decisive about the places you want to go, the people that you want to hang around, the things that you want to do. People might get jealous of that. They might get envious, okay? This is where you have to have that sword out, know when to utilize it on the battlefield, okay? You utilize your weaponry. Sometimes this looks like tennis sword energy. Some people may backstab you. There's that jealousy, that envious kind of an energy, but guess what? As long as you remove those people and places and things out of your life, then you can have a new beginning, because 10 equals 1 at the end of the day, and it's a new beginning, going to higher places, okay? So remember that. So this looks like committing to yourself, okay? You could go into a commitment of relationships and love or whatever. You can think about it like that, or this is you committing to yourself, okay? Committing to yourself, making sure that you are doing those things that you always wanted to do for yourself, okay? And with the number 25 here, is just, being emotional about it, being vulnerable, having emotional intelligence as far as whatever it is you're committing to, whether it's a person, place, or a thing. Okay, having a new beginning. There's an ace here at the bottom of this. Okay, having a new beginning, going forward. Standing in your power, standing in your energy. You might have to move around. You can't stand still in this Leo season. You're probably going to be all over the place. You're going to be like, where's Nemo? With the fish here, okay? So, you know, a lot of threes too. Yeah, it's giving, it's time to create if you're not creating, or it's time to continue to create. Maybe, let's say you do have an LLC in a business, and maybe it's like, okay, you conquered this. Now it's like maybe put something else under the LLC or the umbrella of your business and try something new, do something different. Because you mastered that already. Now it's time to master something else, possibly for some of you guys. Yeah, I like this. Another number 7, 34 equaling the number of 7. You might have to move, like, some of the things that you do, you might not be able to tell the people what you're doing. Like, you might have to move in silence on certain things. Okay? And this will allow you to stand in your power. And then maybe present it after you've already conquered it, or whatever idea or whatever. Because you might have the wrong people around you. And that sucks to know that. So really look at the people that you're around and who you're with. Who are you connecting with? Are they people that you can trust? With being emotionally vulnerable or telling them your next move and what's going on, or are they not? It's giving, there's like a handful, and then there's a huge group that's not. But I don't know, everyone's life is different. So focus on building your foundation here, this number 4, okay, as well. For some of you guys, that's going to be very prominent, making sure your house is a home, making sure you have that sacred space. You know what I'm saying? It's a space that feels comfortable. Wherever you're creating home for yourself. Home could even mean all your chakras lining up, making sure they're unblocked. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You might be living in a certain chakra where you need to be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So making sure actually your physical home is secure. You know, you're nurturing that aspect as well. Taking care of self. Self-care is going to be prominent for you. So making sure you're doing that. Some of you guys might move to a new location. You might go from an apartment to a house, you know, this might even look like Airbnb status too. You might just go travel and go rent out a place, you know what I'm saying, and be somewhere. The gates are open though. There's lots of opportunity here, okay? And just make sure when you are making these changes, make sure your well doesn't run dry, okay? Because sometimes when we are changing and evolving and growing, you don't have a map on the next route. You have to create that yourself, right? You're not going to have the directions. You create it. You're creating the actual blueprint. You're creating the map. You know what I'm saying? With all the tools that you're utilizing right now. And this is why a lot of people don't like to change. This is why they don't like to go forward, or it's hard to. It's scary. They fear it. They doubt themselves because it's the road less taken. It's unknown. It's like a small percentage of people do it. So, on the way there, make sure you're not draining your energy or allowing other people to drain your energy either while you're making these changes. Like I said, some people might take advantage of you or use you or abuse you, whether you're sun, moon, rising, Leo. Okay? So make sure there's people that are actually pouring into you on your journey as you're making these changes. Okay? Yeah, because 41, you don't want somebody to drain your pockets. And also, too, you got to make sure not to be a person that's always making sure everybody else is good. Check yourself first, too. Because sometimes you could be in an energy where it's like you care about the people around you so much, or you give them the shirt off your back or whatever have you, but then you leave yourself in a detriment at the end of the day. Nobody's there for you. So you have to pay attention to that as well. Lots of new beginnings for you. The 41 equaling the number 5. Create. You got 3 and 5. You could be a life path 3 or a life path 5. Create, create, create. Okay? All right, moving on. Next, we're going to do your financial forecast. Let's pull up the money. Honey. Money, honey. Okay, what is it looking like for Leo season? Leo, sun, moon, rising, or you guys can pertain this to your Leo house. Just spoke on that a few hours ago. Oh, you're wearing blue Indian agate. Awesome. Leo season gives you the courage to let those relationships go. Right. Hi, Charlie. Exactly. You hit you hit the nail on the head. All right. So we have, ooh, yep. Careful of that emotional spending. That'll do it. Venus in retrograde. Also, depending on what house it's playing in for you guys. So let me pull up the chart. Yeah, be careful, okay? Emotional spending. This can also be joint finances, depending on if this is playing on your 8th house as well. But also, you know, receiving support or being supported in some form or fashion. And I totally did my nail come. I knew it. So, you know, um, what the fuck? Okay, sorry guys. I can't see the comments, so I had to pull this one up. My other device died, so I could see your guys' comments. Give me one second. Oh shit, this is dying too. What the hell in tarnation is going on, people? Let's use this one. All right, here we go. Okay, so anyways, back to what I was saying. So as far as matters of the heart, right? Having the heart as far as your financial forecast, you could be definitely being supported. This could be also loving what you do, making sure whatever it is that you're tapping into, you actually have the love for it. There's passion, you know, within all of those things, okay? Because it's gonna suck. You spend your time into doing so much this one thing. Let's just say that's not your path, so you have to find a different way at going at it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a person that's downloaded like Gene Key, Human Design, all this stuff, or you actually dissected your natal chart. Let's say, for example, you're supposed to, or your jam is you want to be an actor, right? Let's say the way your natal chart's set up, you might be in a detriment of being an actual actor and putting all your eggs in that basket. No wonder why everyone keeps telling you no, you're not getting any jobs, it's not working for you, it's not bringing home the bacon, no money, right? Well, you could be smart about it, and maybe there's something else, an aspect playing out in your natal chart to where you can use that energy or whatever, transmute the energy or alchemize it is what I like to call it, and how you can make it work for you, whatever your passion is. You might have to actually, instead of just keep visiting Hollywood and trying to go into these big roles and all that stuff, you might have to just put your acting on TikTok or something like that. And then watch you make these 1-minute clips on TikTok, and all of a sudden you have like 30 million likes, 40 million views. You know, you could blow up real big. And then now you got the attention. You're doing what you want, doing what's passionate. You're putting all your time and energy into that, and you're being supported by it. But you just had to flip it. You had to change the perspective because of the detriment that you already came here with. You know what I'm saying? That's how you alchemize energy, and you turn it and make it you know what I'm saying? So you might have to look at things like that. So that's why all these tools are very important to figure out, you know, what could be stopping us or what's holding us back. And then you can make things work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to, it really gets deep, you guys. But anyways, so making sure that you have something that you love, a job that you love, or a business that you love, something like that. You do also have Buddha. So this is the time to really find your life purpose during Leo season. See, this goes back to that. You know what I'm saying? It could be more than just money that you're after. So let's say, for example, you are doing something, but you're just doing it for the money. That's the wrong starting point. You should do it because you love to do it. You should do it because it just feels natural to you. You should do it because it's like a spiritual walk that you're taking as far as that Buddha goes. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it for God or something like that. So making sure that it, you know, it's not just you're not just going for the money, because you know, you Leo, Sun, or Rising, sometimes it is all about the bacon and the money, right? But at the end of the day, make sure you like doing it, or else you're gonna hate doing it. It's gonna suck, right? We do also have Face here that came out as well as far as for your financial forecast. So you know, money skills. This is you like taking risks, investing in certain things, looking at things at face value, kind of in a sense to where it's like you have to be careful, right? Crossing your T's, dotting on your I's. You can't believe it like right when it's presented to you. You have to make sure that you do your own due diligence, do your research, okay? Because with that Leo energy, you can, you know, it's like taking a risk, or it's like, how do I say it? It's like jumping into something without forecasting like the consequences of it. You're just tapping into it just to do it, just to get $1. You know what I'm saying? So when you're taking risks, make sure they're calculated risks instead. Okay, we do also have Cup. Ooh, so this is good. This is overflowing with prosperity. So this is really good. Okay, so But depending on how you're looking at it, right? You could be a person right now while the sun illuminating possibly in your second house, your 10th house, 8th house, anything dealing with money, right? So you can really look at it and see, is my cup half empty or is it half full? Do I need to look at something different a little bit, change my perspective? I need to do some rebranding, or do I need to switch jobs or titles, or do I need to come at this in a different way? Like, do I need to be a little bit more patient? Okay. So you could be looking at it as half full or half empty. Is it like doing it for you, or is it not? And the sun in Leo is going to illuminate that, especially with all these other planets that are in there too. You're really going to see that. So pretty much, it's giving self-made energy. It's giving lots of exposure for you. You can really build a good reputation. You can be on your divine path. You can really take care of your business and feel fulfilled, aka for the most part, with your financial forecast. Okay, so that was good. I was gonna pull this out too, but these are like tarot money cards, which I'm not trying to do that one. All right, next we're gonna pull up, oh yeah, I did say I was gonna do a little bit of love. Do a little bit of love. I have so many decks, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to buy another one of these. All right, here we go. This romance deck or the other one? I'm gonna do the black. I'm gonna do this one. I like this one. All right, and then we'll do the crystal cards, and we'll go into the collective. Twelfth house here. I'm literally in hell. Oh, well, don't take it like that. So with 12th house energy, you have to recognize it's a spiritual house. So you have to practice patience and be in solitude so you can find yourself. That way you don't go into the escape artist energy or look to vices and hide and push anything under the rug. You have to really like sit in the fire and deal with it. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. You're going to be sad, upset. You may feel all these emotions with it being in the house of 12, because also you have to recognize that Mercury and Venus are there along with Lilith. So you can look like a drama queen, you can look like woe is me, or do you want to look like someone that's actually dealing with shit and saying, hey, you know what, I'm gonna see you guys later, I gotta deal with myself right now, or I'd rather be in solitude and learn the things that I like to do, master my own energy. Is this my energy or is this coming from somebody else? You know what I mean? Knowing all of these things once in your 12th house, you have to really be careful with that energy. It's very sensitive because that's a Pisces house. It's a water house. So your emotions are going to be at play at an all-time high with all this fire energy playing out. But you have to recognize sometimes water needs, okay, or fire needs water, okay? Like for example, like me, I'm an Aries moon energy, right? So in order for me to, this is how we react or respond. So in order for me to actually focus and meditate and clear my mind, I need to hear running water. Like I need to hear running water, and that burns out all of my thoughts, desires, wants, and needs, and I won't have to think about anything. So use the 12th house, water house energy, right? And use it to your advantage to put out some of that goddamn fire. That way you can come out on top. So this looks like doing more self-care activities, doing a little bit more grounding, things of that nature. That way you can actually just kind of like wash away when it gets too hot in the kitchen, per se. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. In the house of 12. How can I send you a link for my podcast? Do you have Instagram? Do you have Spill? Twitter? You can look at you can find all my handles on this channel. Chanel Hayes. What's up, Chanel? How are you? I'm 40% water, Pisces, and Scorpio. What you mean you're 40% water, Pisces, and Scorpio? What you mean? What's your sun, moon, or rising? All right, let's do this love reading right here. We'll do the love spread really quick. Romance oracles for Leo, sun, moon, or rising. Or you can pertain this to your 8th house. What you need to nurture. All right. so you can pertain this to loving on yourself or loving on connections or what you need to nurture in your houses as well, okay? Depending on how you want to look at it. Love this. So we do have here, you need to forgive and heal, okay? As you live life, as you go through these moments and experiences that you have to make sure that you're not holding any badges. You have to make sure that you're not looking at people and pointing the finger and blaming anything on them. Like I said, you have to check yourself, shadow work, looking at the man in the mirror and really look at yourself and be like, yeah, I do need to fix that. Or yeah, I am kind of whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So you can get over it and heal and move forward, because then you could become healthier and you're not bringing any baggage to any other connections that come in your way. You know what I'm saying? You deal with it and move on. You know what I mean? So that's really going to be important for you during this time. So forgiving yourself for the things that you've done, and this is what allows us to heal. Healing is a never-ending journey. It's a lifetime of a journey. So take your time with yourself, okay? Find any emotional support that you can. Anyone that has emotional intelligence and that can pour their chalice into yours and listen to you or be a listening ear or give you a hug, or now's the time to really check in with your own emotions, and making sure also to check in with your mental health, to see where you're at, and especially if you have a partner, check on their thoughts and feelings too, to make sure you guys are on the same accord, because with all this fire energy playing out, it can be a whole, like, shit can hit the fan. Okay, so you gotta be careful with that. So also too, hold on y'all, I'm slipping and swimming. So also too, we have here, I love this, vivid dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, especially Chanel, or who was it? Charlie, did I say your name right? Charlie? 12th house energy, pay attention to your dreams, right? Vivid dreams, okay? You can deepen a connection because you may receive a message in your dreams. Your whole waking life, like as far as in the first, second, and third dimension, there might be so many things playing out. You might be missing the signs and synchronicities or messages that you need to pay attention to. So therefore, pay attention to your dreams. You may receive messages there. Okay, we do also have courting here. Ooh, I like the courting card. So this looks like gaining attention from people, places, people coming towards you, people wanting to be like, hey, what's up? I thought you look cute. Oh, I like your outfit. What's good? Like, hey, how you doing? So can I take you on a date? Or so what are you into? You know, you say you're into real estate. Oh, okay. I actually know a buddy that actually help you out. You know, he actually needs his house sold. So, you know what I mean? It could be anything, right? But this could also pertain to romantic partnerships if you want to look at courting as that as well. You might, engagement, marriage might be in the cards for you, or a relationship, okay? And it could be love at first sight. You never know. You might really tap into, and this is good. This could pertain to intimate connections, like people that just look like they could be friends, and then all of a sudden they can turn into business partnerships, you know what I'm saying? Or they can just turn into, like, you know, when you meet somebody and it just feels like, damn, I feel like I've known you for 10 years. It's so weird. You know, you can feel that energy. So that's dope. Those are soul connections. Your soul remembers their soul. You know what I'm saying? You guys could have been, you know, past life stuff if you guys subscribe to that. So we have explore. Take a ride, honey. So exploring, meaning maybe explore a different chakra within your body, or maybe actually get outside of your environment to have new experiences. This looks like maybe traveling, a plane, a bus, a walk, you know, a ride, whatever it is for you. You need to get out there and really expand your mind, see some new scenery, change your thoughts. You know, you got to see what doesn't work in this world. Remember, life is a movie and you're the main character and everybody's an extra. How do you want this movie to play out? Okay, so dedicate some time to yourself. Dedicate some time to any actual connections that, you know, there's reciprocity within that. There's love, support, the trust is there, like unconditional love where it feels eternal. Connections like that. To make sure you have a nice balance between work life and play life, and work life and home life, and work life and friend life, whatever that may look like for you. So we do have very soon. So very soon you could be getting some good news as far as when you're decisive and know what you want and you're confident, you will not just go for anything. You will not fall for anything and everything. And once you operate more in that energy of knowing your value and all of that, then you can go toward more so go towards that tripped me out. I just seen something. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I've seen it. You can go towards more of the things that you, what was I saying? I had a point. Yeah, when you change your scenery and you go new places and see new faces, this will, when you allow yourself to experience new things, this is what we're supposed to do. That way you can say, hey, I like this, or I don't like this. This is how you learn self. This is how you get to know who you are and the things that you want. Okay, period. Okay, moving on. We're going to do the collective spread. We're going to check the energy first, guys. Where's my cards? I have so many, it's redonkulous. Don't you know? I know. Hold on. Oh, here they are. Oh, God damn it. Hold on, y'all. I had to take my time. You know when you're like trying to look for something, you ain't gonna find it. But you gotta like surrender to the energy. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna do the collective spread now. And check the energy. You may receive a message, check what resonates, and leave out the rest. My chart. My dreams have been all been nightmares. Oh my God. Okay, so you know what that means. Whenever you're having a nightmare, that just means there's some things in your actual life right now that, you know, you could be struggling with. You know, you could, let's say, for example, all nightmares are just letting you know that in your actual life that's playing out right now in the realm that you're in, there's some difficulties, there's some struggles. You could be hiding from yourself or running away from certain duties, responsibilities, and obligations. There's something that you're not clear about or you're unsure of, or you're not utilizing some type of chakra. You could have a blocked chakra as far as maybe it's your throat chakra. You're not communicating enough. You're not talking about anything enough. So that's really that's all at the end of the day what nightmares are really kind of showing you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something that you're running from or hiding from, you're not dealing with. And it's coming out in the form of a nightmare. You could do more research on that. I'm not like a dream expert, but I've done my own research. All right, let's go ahead and tap into the collective energy. This is for the collective, for the Leo, Sun, Moon, not Leo. Hold on, let me start over. That just had me all fucked up. It's for the collective, All right. Hold on. For the collective. I interrupt dreams while working on a dream book right now. Oh, I interpret. I said interrupt. Oh, my head wrap. Oh, thanks. Thank you, darling. Oh, well then, can you interpret her dreams for her? Maybe you can help her out a little bit, even more. All right, guys, so we're doing the collective. This is for all signs, okay? So if you, whatever message that you receive in here, this is going to be for Leo season. Maybe it'll give you some pinpoints on what to look out for. I'm just a vessel here. I'm the channel. I'm the channel to relaying the messages, honey, okay? What do we have for the collective? What do they need to see for Leo season? What do they need to see? Damn! I didn't know all those cards are going to come out. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And this is not going to charge. Oh, they just made it dark, huh? All right, guys. So for the collective, let's tap into it. These are our energy cards here. All right. Ooh, yeah. So most of the time, these are just confirmations, right? So we do have broken heart here, okay, which is card number 9, broken heart energy. So really think about this, okay? 9, a broken heart with the number 9 can come in many different forms, okay? Your heart can be broken many different ways is what it's saying with the number 9, okay? You know, this could be actually disconnecting from a job, you know, that you really liked and loved, and you could get fired from that. Or this could be an actual relationship. You may have to remove yourself from an actual friendship. You guys could have been best friends for 20 years, or you could have been married to somebody for 6 years, and now you got a divorce. Now you got to give up on them. You know what I'm saying? You got to just part ways. You know what I mean? It could be anything or something where it's going to hit your heartstrings. Remember, Leo actually, or the sun, I should say, it's heart energy, deals with matters of the heart. Okay, and not only heart, I think it's like your lungs. What else? Oh, your spine and your lower back. So yeah, so it rules the heart. So really think about this. So on the elevator up, sometimes we have to deal with those circumstances. That's why we have storm warning right after that. So it's kind of like prepare yourself for all these changes. Prepare yourself for the unpredictable to happen, okay? Remember, this is retrograde season. And then we also have the moon about to go into Scorpio too. So that's going to really reveal a lot of things. I think right now it's in Libra. It's about to go into Scorpio. Yeah, it's in Libra right now, but it's finishing its cycle with Libra. It's like on the last leg. So it's about to move. It's about to head out into Scorpio. So you're really going to see a lot play out. Okay. With the moon's in Scorpio, it's kind of low-key like a truth serum in a sense. So with this season, like I said, you could be in the field of like there's drama, or attention seeking. However it's playing out for you, you just have to be aware of these things. You may have to close out some cycles, but remember, it's going to be for your betterment when you do this. For example, try a test. If you don't know why you're feeling the way that you're feeling and you're going through a lot of stuff, even though to you, you may feel like you're doing things the right way. You're taking care of everything that you're supposed to. You're making sure you go to work on time. You're feeding yourself, you know, right. You're paying attention to what you're putting in your vessel. It's like you don't have drama in your life, you know, but yet you still feel like certain things are kind of happening that are negative, or, you know what I mean? It's just like you feel like a case of bad luck, or what people like to call it. You never know. There could be a lingering spirit or energy that's around you, or, you know what I'm saying? Or this could be literally like, how do I say it? Sometimes, however, this fire energy is playing out, it could be due to what's around you. So let's say, for example, it's in the 4th house. You might have a family member or something like that that's coming at you in a certain way or whatever, that's giving you all of that fire energy that's negative, though. You know what I'm saying? So you never know where it can be playing out for you individually, but on your new beginning, on your journey towards your new beginning, I should say, it always looks like things around you may look like there's bombs being thrown off. But this is to test your gangsta to see, do you really want whatever it is that you're going after? You know, do you really like want to change your life? Are you serious about it? You know what I'm saying? So you're being tested to see, can you last? Can you stand the rain? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that song? Can you stand? Sorry. But it's really a test. So sometimes we get tested. It's like in the case like where everything looks like it's getting stripped away from you, to test you to see, will you still be willing to stand on 10 toes? Like, let's say, for example, you're a content creator. Let's say, you know, you have a business and you have all these websites and you're trying to show off a book that you just wrote or whatever, right? And you get no likes and no sales. Well, are you just depending? Did you just do this for the likes? Did you just do it for the money? Are you only going to do something because of likes or views? Or are you really passionate about it and you're going to keep going? So what energy are you in when you're executing whatever it is that you're doing? It's going to allow you to really see those things. That's AKA a test of how bad do you want it? Is it something that you're really going to, that you're passionate about, that you really want to make, you know, you want to make that your life? Or is it something because you just want to get a couple of dollars? You know what I'm saying? So storm warning. So to end a cycle, there's some things that may happen while everything's crashing and ending, but yet it's bringing you to the new beginning. Okay? You can look at it like that. I always like to be optimistic about life because you never know what the hell's going to happen. But if anything bad does happen, if you see it as bad, I always say losses are actual lessons that you can learn from. You know, it helps you to remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? We also have Temple to Path. So this is like spiritual work right here. This is actually making sure that you're going towards, you're bringing everything to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, for example, you just watched my video about, I don't know, let's say I educated you on how to utilize a certain energy, right? This is you actually playing it out in real life and putting it to practice in your daily living activities. Temple to Path, okay? Like going outside with it, aka, you know, utilizing this energy to, or this knowledge and turning it into wisdom and grounding yourself or creating something out of it. 12 equaling the number 3, okay? And it could be pertaining to your surroundings as well, okay? So appreciation here. Appreciate your small wins, your big wins. Give people their flowers too, the ones that help you along the way as well. Make sure you're acknowledging them for everything that they're doing for you too. Don't lose sight of that. Continue to take action. Have balance between divine feminine energy, the number 1, and have balance between divine masculine energy, number 1, and divine feminine energy, number 5. Make sure you have a nice balance between that within life, within connections, within partnerships, within yourself, okay? If people ain't giving you your own flowers, you got to give yourself a flower. You know what I'm saying? You got to really like appreciate how far you came in this life during this time. It's very prominent. We do also have here strategy. So coming up with a plan, journaling, writing. What goals do you want to create for yourself? What are you trying to do in this lifetime? Okay? What do you want to be? What do you want to pursue? How do you want to do it? You know, whether this is sticky notes, actually creating a plan, Google data sheets, however it's looking for you. That way you can actually wake up and be happy to breathe and live life and walk in gratitude and be like, yes, I get another chance to try again. Yes, I always say that every day I wake up, I'm like, woo, I'm breathing, I'm here. Okay, I got another chance to wake up and try it again, because maybe yesterday I really didn't feel like doing anything, or today, or the other day I was so on fire, I really didn't take breaks or I didn't eat. You know, however it's playing out for you, like I didn't balance everything out. Yes, I got another chance. All right, cool. I'm gonna try again and go again. As long as you go hard every single day and put your best foot forward every single day, because you never know what's gonna happen in an hour. You never know what's gonna happen the next day. I mean, we got to be honest with ourselves, right? We never know. So as long as you're putting, like, go hard every day on yourself. Like, straight up. Don't be scared. This is not the time to be scared, okay? And along the way, you have to walk away. So this looks like making a decision. Some of us are actually probably going to make a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve us. 27 equaling the number of 9. 9 is all about endings, going into a new beginning. 9 is all about, okay, transitioning to, transforming. So you might get a little emotional, but then you're going to get out of your emotions, deal with it, because she's walking away with grace. She's walking away feeling good about this decision. Number 7, taking action, going forward, moving along, upward, onward. I love this. And feeling good. So test yourself, okay? Sometimes you're around people, like I was saying earlier, it might be their energy. You know, I remember I did a test and I was like, why do I feel like this? What is going on? I stopped talking to someone for 30 days and I felt like a weight lifted off. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was taking on their energy. I was taking on whatever it is that was going on with them. These fucking gnats. And I didn't know that until I was learning about that kind of stuff. This was like years ago. But I'm just giving you an example. So test yourself. Okay. So door to spirit. It's time to heal. Shadow work is needed. We should all be always healing, but sometimes some people have to go a little bit more deeper into the shadow work game. Some people probably don't even know what that word is. It's like, you know what I mean? So depending on where you're at, this is an invitation to make sure you are continuously healing. Like I always say, resort back to self when you don't know how to make your next move. Always go back to self, period. Okay, there's a lot of changes that are going to happen. 32 equaling the number 5. Changes, you know, as far as like the people that you're around and what you're doing is going to matter. Making sure you have that comfortable space with that number 3 to create, to be you, to have privacy, to feel nurtured, secure, safe. All of those things are going to matter when you're dealing with self, when you're working on improving yourself, when you're mastering your own energy and things of that nature. Okay, so door to spirit is maybe new spiritual practices. Maybe you could be opening the gates for that. Maybe you could be tapping into, you know, metaphysics, esoteric information, you know, anything of the sort. Any spiritual knowledge, things of that nature, okay? Because we all need to be more aware, right? We do also have here a woman holding a coin, okay? A woman holding a coin. So this looks like, you know, being stingy with your time and energy, making sure that you probably now know the stance of where you're at. It's like knowing your worth, knowing your value. You set boundaries and watch who shows up. It works every time. Set a boundary on a goddamn motherfucker. You'll see how long they'll last. Some people don't like when you set boundaries, right? So this is making sure that you do these things, making sure there's reciprocity. So this looks like being, you know, being very selective with your time and energy, knowing that you are the esoteric bag. Okay? And we also have right after that a man holding a coin. So this could also be, you know, you can look at this as like divine feminine, divine masculine energy, or you could look at this as like literally like other energies coming towards you as well. Like being around like-minded people, like-minded individuals, like your soul fam, soul group, people that you connect with, where you don't have to put on a facade or fake the funk around them. You can just literally totally be you. They could be them, and you guys come together and build something together. You know what I'm saying? Utilizing your esoteric coins to make something happen in this world, make change happen, you know, whatever have you, especially at equaling going 6 and 7 in order. You know, being creative, reciprocity, you know what I'm saying? One hand washes the other, kind of a vibe. And with that 7, like taking action, building something together. You know what I'm saying? We do also have a woman holding a heart. This could be in the love department. You know, I would say 44, it feels like angel numbers. So with the number 4, taking care of yourself, you know, making sure you're building your foundation, making it solid for yourself and making it secure for yourself, but also being around other people that are secure within themselves as well, secure within, you know, whatever it is that they got going on. They have a nice solid ground foundation. What does this look like? This looks like 2 people, you know, they did the shadow work. They've been working on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're solid in their morals, values, beliefs. You know what I'm saying? They're open to new things, new perspectives and things of that nature, but waiting for the right person, holding space for love. Heart chakra's open. It's there, but I'm just going to make sure that I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, but I'm still exuding in the love frequency, and I'm allowing people to come in and meeting new places or meeting new faces, going new places and things of that nature, okay? Because we also have the Magician in the Mirror that came out as well. So this is alchemy. Alchemizing the energy. This is a lot of feminine energy too. Fire, water coming together. Remember I was telling you how sometimes, you know, fire needs a little bit of water. You know what I'm saying? So alchemizing the energy. Literally what I was just telling you earlier, it could look like that. Using your magi, and whenever you are in a detriment, you're turning into something powerful. You're transmuting the energy. You're alchemizing the energy. You're doing something. You're building your bricks and turning a negative into a positive. You know what I'm saying? Like having the energy work for you. And what y'all talking about in the comments? Mercury in the 3rd house. Oh, you do too? I do too. Lip gloss. Yes, that was lip gloss. You have Mars, Pluto, and Saturn in Scorpio. Wow. You know what's funny? Saturn or Scorpio is actually at home in Mars and Pluto. And I have my Mars and Pluto and Scorpio too. So you have a Scorpio signature? I'm dragging myself and will wake up after the moon. Oh my God. What? I'm very grateful for Vixen, her nightly insights. Oh, thank you. Thank you for spending your guys' time with me. I appreciate it. So next we're going to do Tarotstrology. I have a fly buzzing around and it's super loud. Okay, how do you feel when the fly is around you? Do you feel angry? Do you feel sad? Do you feel upset? What is your feeling? Because it doesn't always mean it's bad. It could be positive. I did the same thing. I look back at the energy came back. That's why a lot of people got clipped this week. Right. The esoteric bag. I love it. I was speaking on you. Yes, my chart ruler is also in the 8th house. Ooh, 8th house. So yeah. Deep transformational energies, intimate connections. That's the Scorpio house. I have Mars, Venus, Saturn, and Lilith in Aquarius. So you have a whole air stellium. Oh, aggravated. Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna do Tarotstrology right now, as far as for the collective. Oh, Jesus. Oh, these cards are talking. They want to talk. They're like, where you been? What time is it? Oh, snap. We're 2 hours in, huh? We'll just see what comes out as far as for Leo season for the collective. What do we need to see? After that spread, what is the most prominent? What do we need to pay attention to? What do we need to see as a collective? Okay, cool. See, I made it to where, so it's just like the most prominent things that we need to pay attention to during Leo season. Wow. Look what came up. 888. Infinite possibilities. Infinite opportunities. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Chalices. 8 of Wands. Let's talk about that 888 real quick. So, how we can look at 888, you guys. 8 of Pentacles. Focusing, staying focused on whatever our goals are, our career, our, you know, however we make money, our, you know, entrepreneur status or building a business, whatever it is, staying focused on that. Really focusing on it. Because with this energy right now, guys, and this is Virgo energy, paying attention to the details, looking at everything, right? Mercury's also in Leo. So it's like making sure that we're actually utilizing our throat chakra, making sure that we're actually meeting people of substance or talking to people of substance or talking with integrity, utilizing our intellect, our emotional intelligence as well within the mix of all this, because we have 8 of Chalices. So it's like making sure that we're focusing on, we're building upon, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, when you have that 8 of Wands energy, this is like, you know, making sure that everything can be moving so quick, so fast, and with time, right? Time feels like it's just like, damn, I don't have enough hours in the day. Like, shit, I feel like we lost like, I don't want to say like 12 minutes or something like that. This is making sure that we take action. Like, we know what we want and we go after it like a bow and arrow. Bing! Like, and we're going towards it and we're taking action on that. This is Sag energy, so that you can feel free or be free within, you know, trying not to label ourselves or put ourselves in a box, and really just learning everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, knowing the details of what's going on and seeing things for what they are, so you can feel free and not labeling yourself or saying you're this one thing when you're many things, and you can create and do many things. You know what I'm saying? Going a little bit deeper, this is like 8 of Chalices energy, where it's like, it's not all about sex or material possessions. This is about going internally deep, going within self. This is Neptune, Pisces energy, 8 of Chalices. So it's like making sure that we go within and then outward. You know what I'm saying? Because when you create anything within, you're good within, right? You shine, you glow, you exude confidence, you're happy, you're healthy, you feel good, you know what's up, you know where you want to go, what you want to do, and you're not getting rocked to sleep with that Neptune energy. You're not sitting on Fantasy Island like, oh my God, what do I do? You know, like being lost in the sauce. You actually are in the know. So I like this, that this energy came out, and you can really change your world. This is Saturn energy. If you stay disciplined, you have a creative passion, talent, or gift, You're putting your time and energy into it. You're taking action on it. You're focused on your endeavors and also taking care of your duties, responsibilities, and obligations while still operating in your North Node. You could really change the world around you. You know what I'm saying? You can change your whole circumstance. You really can do it with this energy that's playing out. You just have to take it easy because it's retrograde season, of course, right? But, you know, the same token of that, you can't doubt yourself. You can't put fear. You have to recognize that, you know, sometimes you may talk yourself out of something that's really good for you. Okay? Sometimes along the way, you know, Five of Pentacles energy, some people might leave you out in the cold, or you might have to leave somebody out in the cold. You know, at this day and age, it's kind of like, who would you rather do something with? Especially if you're in a relationship where you have these connections, right? We're not always going to agree. It's not always going to be peaches, cream, and rainbows and ice cream and popsicle sticks with the people that we meet. We're going to have to agree to disagree. We have our own morals, values, and beliefs. We should all be able to be our own individual person, but still come together and make something happen. You know, so along the way, you know, when it comes to gaining material possessions, because this is that Taurus energy, Five of Pentacles, when it comes to gaining our material possessions, or when it comes to knowing our value or knowing our self-worth, second house energies, you know, we have to really, our priorities start to change when you really give a beep about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go really far. And that's the reminder for all of us, guys. I really like that. I love aqua energy. Oh, in Pisces. You're Pisces sun, Venus, and Lilith. Oh, my Lilith's in Pisces too. And descendant in Pisces. It says 2 hours. My Pisces sun and Mercury's in my 6th house. Ooh, you could talk the gift of gab as far as like business endeavor, like your as far as when it comes to work. Oh, thanks for the deck. Yeah, this deck is the Spirit Cosmo deck. I really love her deck. It also glows in the dark, but I don't have my thing on to where it glows in the dark. My light on. 888. I needed that number. Yeah, so look that number up, you guys. Somebody could be a life path 8 or something like that. 555. Damn. So you're supposed to create. That's your life path. You're supposed to create. Life path 5. You probably like, you know, you probably don't like listening to authoritative figures. You might have had so many jobs growing up. You just never stuck at one job for too long, or you had multiple jobs, or you just don't like anybody telling you what to do because you're supposed to be here literally to create. You're supposed to create your own path. You're supposed to create your own footprints in the sand. Really look it up. And express yourself through your creative endeavors. So what does that look like? You might have that Leo. You can use this energy to your advantage to where these are our entrepreneurs, these are our teachers, our leaders, our, you know, fashion designers. These are like, you know, anybody that is like a blue checker kind of a job, like entertainer, actor, singer, songwriter, producer, like all of that stuff. You could be like literally have a name for yourself straight up with all them 5s. You have a quick question? Yeah. Do you know how the energy may possibly be with the nodes in the 8th and 2nd houses? So I actually, I did a video. Go look at my video, North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra. I did like a 2-hour video over there about that. But anyways, guys, I love all of you. I appreciate all of you for rocking with me, you know, just subscribing and liking the video and commenting and sharing your energy is reciprocating the energy that I'm giving to you. And so, you know, that's all I care about. That's all I appreciate. Share this video out with somebody that may need to hear it. They might get a message. You never know, you know, tell your friends about the channel because this is not just about, you know, I'm included in all this too. I'm here with you guys. We're all in this healing journey and trying to master ourselves and figure ourselves out and just stay focused. So hopefully I motivate somebody some year or help you out in some form or fashion to where you put fire under your butt and you go towards the place that you want to go. You know what I mean? And so this is all about healing too. This is like a spiritual healing channel. We're guiding, you know what I'm saying? We got to go high places and high faces. I'm just the messenger here. I'm just here to help you remember who you are at the end of the fucking day. So make sure you smash the subscribe button and click the bell, and I'll definitely see you guys on the next one. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. You're supposed to be a writer. Oh, Scorpio in your 3rd house. Ooh. So you're secretive. You don't like to tell everybody what's going on. You're a fabulous reader. Oh, thank you. Neptune, Uranus, North Node, and Moon in Capricorn in the 4th house. Yeah, you guys, go watch my North Node video. It's already up. So go watch that on how it pertains to you personally. I put it up on there. I think I did by risings and houses and all that stuff. Like really talking about going deep. So anyways, it's late, y'all. I'll see y'all